This is a Planet Vero production for Evergreen Media. And now it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hello and welcome to On the Spot. I'm Jesse Krisky. You know, over the past few years, we've all realized that mental health might be more important than we gave it credit for. And, I'm not an expert on the topic of mental health, but you know who is? Wes Samons, and he is the executive director of the Mental Health Collaborative. Hey, Wes, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good, very good. It's a great day here in Vero Beach, and we're excited to have you here. We're excited about talking about mental health. Now, you're the new executive director of the Mental Health Collaborative. Now, when did you join the team?
I joined the team 3 weeks ago. It will be 3 weeks today. It's my third week on the job, so very fresh to the collaborative. I came to the Mental Health Collaborative from Suncoast Mental Health Center. I was the program manager there for our office here in town, as well as the one in Okeechobee County. And I've been in the mental health field for 25 years. A lot of experience doing direct care, ABA therapy as well, developmental disorders, things like that. So I'm excited to be here and excited for a new challenge.
All right, great. And we're excited to have you here. Now, the unstruggle.org movement, I've been seeing it on social media. I've been hearing it a little bit out on the streets. What exactly is the unstruggle.org movement?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I'm glad you're seeing it on social media. That's the good thing. That's the goal here. So this is all about breaking down the stigma of receiving mental health services, right? Mm-hmm. And making it more available for people to find the resources that they need. Indian River County has one of the highest provider to resident ratios in the state of Florida, meaning that the services are out there. But the trends that we see are it's 40% higher than the state average of people being hospitalized for mental health issues, as well as 11% higher suicide rate than the state average.
Wow.
So those trends are things that we're trying to break. So we're trying to get those services out there to people before they get to those levels.
Do we know why it's higher here than national average?
We really don't. And that's one of the things that we want to look at with Unstruggle and see if we can increase the amount of people that are receiving services so that we can decrease those levels of hospitalizations and suicide rates.
Okay, very good. And so if somebody is struggling, who can they call?
So the McCabe Connection Center is also part of the Mental Health Collaborative. It's housed in the same building, right. And you simply call there. You tell us what you're looking for as far as psychiatric services, mental health services, and tell us your insurance, and we'll link you up to a provider. And it's that simple. But it's a very cool organization because it's unique. There's not a lot of services like that in the state or even nationwide. So it's something that we want people to be able to take advantage of. Yeah.
So it's the McCabe Connection Center. Is that a state-run place, or what is it?
It's not. We're a nonprofit organization. Okay. So we rely on grants and private funding, and it's like I said, it's very unique.
All right, very good. And so in order to call, do you have to be diagnosed with a mental issue?
No. So you just, anytime you feel like you need something, you would call us. Okay. And it doesn't just have to be mental health services. We have a benefits specialist that can link people up to Social Security, food stamps. Housing is a big issue these days. Like, we can try to help you with that. What I tell my staff is we never say we don't do that. When someone calls, we say, if I can't find the answer now, let me call you back. Let me look into it. And so that's what we're trying to do, is trying to help people in the community to find the resources that they need.
Okay, very good. And why don't we give the people the number of the McCabe Connection Center for the first time, and then
absolutely
we'll come back to that too.
Yeah, so it's 772-217-3663.
Very good. Okay, and if you're struggling with anything, even if you don't think you have a mental health issue, just why don't you reach out? It doesn't hurt anything. And it's 772-217-3663. And we'll say that number again later in the show. What types of providers are available to help people when they do call Unstruggle?
Sure. So, it runs the entire gauntlet. Like I said, we have a huge provider to resident ratio. It's very high. So psychiatric services, community-based mental health, case management services, substance abuse, obviously services. We can link you up to the intensive outpatient at Cleveland Clinic, we can do that. So there's so many different resources in the community that we can link you up to, and that's just the mental health aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Times are tough for a lot of people out there, and that could be part of your struggle too. Will you have to pay to receive help?
Not at all. This is a completely free service to the community.
Great,
they call us, and we'll never ask you for any kind of payment. We're just going to link you up to the services that your insurance will hopefully take care of for you. And if you don't have insurance, we can link you up to some different community resources that have grants that can help you without having to pay.
Okay.
As well as helping you to find insurance as well. Great.
All right. So there's help for you in that aspect as well. That's awesome. And so these are provided by the ambassadors, right? Or what are the ambassadors?
So the ambassadors for the Unstruggle campaign are basically people in the community that want to help, and they want to continue to help break down the stigma. So they may work for different organizations. They may work, they may be police officers. They may be lawyers in town. They could be anyone. Really, anyone who wants to help can definitely be an ambassador. And the ambassadors are basically, getting involved in that grassroots campaign of spreading the word of Unstruggle. So they're going to community events. They're going to churches, schools, as well as social media. We have an Instagram page and a Facebook page. So it's just a matter of spreading the word to as many people as we possibly can in a grassroots type of way.
Oh, great. And so they've been helping with the movement, spreading the word, and that's awesome. If somebody is interested in becoming an ambassador, how can they do that?
So they could reach out to us at the McCabe Center and let me know, or at the Mental Health Collaborative. Just call and say, hey, I want to be an ambassador. How can I help? I am going to be advertising a relaunch campaign. Okay. Because since I'm new to the collaborative, I kind of want to relaunch the whole initiative. So on April 5th at United Against Poverty, we're going to have an event there to talk about what the ambassadors can do to help. So I would encourage people to do that. It's April 5th at 9 a.m. and we'll be at like I said, United Against Poverty.
Okay, April 5th, 9 a.m., United Against Poverty. And why don't you let people know where that is?
So that's a good question. Where is that? I don't have the address.
Okay. Google it.
I know how to get there. That's about it. It's right across the railroad tracks. I think a lot of people in our community do know where United Against Poverty is, fortunately. Yeah. They get a lot of traffic in there. So
very good. All right.
Yeah.
And so an amazing website for the unstruggle.org health movement. And we've got the event coming up too. What else can you tell us about what's going on?
So, I'm still, like I said, this is my third week, so I'm still trying to start to plan events, but going forward, we will have various events in the community where we'll have guest speakers. I know there was an event that I was an ambassador for in December at the Presbyterian Church, where there was a guest speaker who was very good and kind of to kick off the campaign, and there really hasn't been anything since then. So hopefully in the coming months, we'll have events that we can advertise and share with the community.
All right, very good. Wes Samons, Executive Director of the Mental Health Collaborative. And why don't you give us the number for the McCabe Connection Center for anybody who's reaching out, who needs to reach out, anybody who's struggling, you're having a hard time. Life is hard. Life is hard. And sometimes you just need to reach out and connect with someone. Exactly. And so that's kind of what unstruggle.org is about. So, Wes, if you wouldn't mind giving that number again.
Absolutely. It's 772-217-3663.
All right. Very good.
And of course, that is on the unstruggle.org webpage. If you go there, you can click, it's really like a one click, and it takes you right to the Connection Center to where you can reach out to us there.
Very good. Yeah. So if you go on this web page, you just go to, where do you click? Self-care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's right there. Boom. You can take a moment for you. All right. And reach out there's the contact information, 217-3663, unstruggle.org. That's the website. And Wes Samons, we want to thank you for joining us. You're the Executive Director of the Mental Health Collaborative. Again, that's 217-3663, area code 772, of course. And we want to thank you for joining us on the Spot today, Wes.
Thank you, Jesse. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Yep. Thanks a lot. Mm-hmm. And everybody, thanks for listening to On the Spot, and thanks for listening to Planet Vero Radio. Take care.